Good morning, students. Welcome you all in geography period. Students, in previous lecture we have discussed about the first layer of earth in the interior of earth, isn't it? Am I right, students? Okay, very good. Then, is it clear to everyone that first layer of the earth crust, earth's interior is a crust, and it is classified into two parts. Which are these two parts, students? In which two parts the crust layer is classified? Hmm? Yes, continental crust and oceanic crust. It is classified into continental crust and oceanic crust. So in previous lecture we have discussed about this layer crust. It's two layers, continental crust and oceanic crust, their characteristics, then which types of the rocks, which types of the material is found in this layer. That part we have discussed into a previous lecture. Understood? Now let us see the second layer in the interior of earth. Do you know, students, which layer is the second in the interior of the earth? Already with the help of the diagram in introduction we have discussed this part, the layers of earth. Then tell me which is the second layer in the interior of the earth. Hmm? Yes, very good. The second layer in the interior of the earth is a mantle. Okay, it is a mantle. Now look at here. This mantle layer is classified into the two parts, upper mantle and lower mantle. Okay, it is classified into upper mantle and lower mantle. And this mantle layer is made up by the viscous material. Okay, it is made up by the viscous material. What is mean by the viscous material then? Anybody knows what is mean by viscous material? Look at here. Let me tell. In this layer, high temperature and high pressure is located. Okay, high temperature and high pressure is located. As here, high temperature and high pressure is located, those the material is available in this layer, the structure and the density of this material is always changes. What it? Structure and density of material is always changes. Yeah, there become the sudden change into the structure and the density of material from this layer due to high temperature and high pressure. Because of that, it is known that this layer is made up by the viscous material. Viscous means the material which is suddenly become the change in the structure and density. That is meant by viscous material. And why there become the sudden change? Because in this layer high temperature and high pressure is located. Due to this, we have noticed that the viscous material is located in this layer. Got it, everyone? Now, just now I told you that this layer is classified into two parts, upper mantle and lower mantle. In that, upper mantle is in a liquid state. Got it? And this upper mantle layer is known by the name asthenosphere. Here, astheno means weak. Okay, astheno means weak. Why this layer is known by asthenosphere? Look at here. Keep in mind that mantle layer is classified into two parts, upper mantle and lower mantle. In that upper mantle is known as a asthenosphere. Astheno means weak because all the magma chambers are located into this layer. Look at here, students. When earthquake took place, when volcano eruption is occurred, all of you know that the lava comes on the surface of earth. Do you know that the lava comes on the surface of earth? Do you know from which layer this lava comes on the surface of the earth? Do you know, students? Hmm? Yes, it is come from the layer mantle, from the upper mantle layer, because in this layer the magma chambers are located. Look at here, students. We can find the magma chambers in this layer, in the upper mantle layer. And when the volcano eruption took place, Through these chambers, the magma comes out on the surface of Earth during volcanic eruption. And when this magma comes on the surface of the Earth during the volcanic eruption, this is known by the name lava. Okay, this is known by a name lava. And from where it comes on the surface of the Earth? From the upper mantle layer. Got it, everyone? Then not only the magma chambers are located in this layer, in this layer we can find the epicenter of earthquakes also. What we can find? Epicenters of earthquake. Look at here. In this way, we have noticed that the magma chambers and epicenters of earthquakes are located. Means this layer is a center of these movements. Which are these movements? These movements are known as a endogenetic movements. These are known as endogenetic movements. What is meant by the endogenetic movements? Let me tell. Students, in the interior of the earth, continuously there is a movement is going on, and this because of that movement the energy is released, and this energy is accumulated or collected on the one point, and this point is located in this upper mantle layer. But when this energy is released more, and when the pressure goes beyond the limit, at that time this energy is that means scattered in the form of the waves. Okay, and these waves means endogenetic movements. These endogenetic movements are classified into two parts. These are the slow earth movements and rapid earth movements. Means sometimes this energy is released, endogenetic movement, yeah, energy which is released from this layer. Sometimes this energy is traveling with a low speed. Okay, and the because of that the slow earth movements are occurred. The slow earth movements means these movements are continuously and slowly going on. Because of that the some movements are available, yeah, some movements are get generated. These movements are known as a mountain building movements and continent building movements. Means the slow earth movements are responsible for mountain building movements and continent building movements. This part we are going to see in detail in next year, but in this year just you should keep in mind endogenetic movements are get generated from the upper mantle layer. In that endogenetic movement, slow earth movements, and another is a sudden earth movements. In the sudden earth movements, which are the two part movements are there, that is earthquakes and volcanoes. Got it? Which are earthquakes and volcanoes. Just now I told you that this layer is responsible for volcanic eruption and earthquake, because in this layer the magma chambers are located, and in this layer the epicenters of the earthquakes are also located. Got it? And because of that this layer is known as a asthenosphere. Got it, everyone, student? Due to this layer is known as a asthenosphere. Now, here, just now I told you that in this layer, that high temperature and high pressure is also located. Got it? And the depth of this layer is begins of around 42 kilometer from the earth surface. Got it? If we want to measure that the depth of this mantle layer, where we can find that from the earth's surface it is around the 42 kilometer. Okay, and as we move to the deep, we have noticed that at the depth of 2400 to 2900 kilometer, here we have noticed that the temperature is around 2200 degrees Celsius to 2500 degrees Celsius. Okay, that much high temperature we have noticed at the depth of 2400 kilometer, yeah, 2900 kilometer. Got it? And this layer is extended at the depth of 2900 kilometer, yeah, at the depth of 2870 kilometer. Okay, it is located at the depth of 2870 kilometer. And the density in the upper mantle layer, the density of the material in the upper mantle layer is 4.5 gram per centimeter. How much? 4.5 gram per centimeter. But as we move to the lower mantle layer, we have noticed that the density is increases, and in this lower mantle layer the density of the material is around 5.7 gram per centimeter. Why that much density is here? Why density is increases into the upper mantle, from upper mantle layer to lower mantle layer? Why it is? Because in this layer high temperature and high pressure is located. What it? Because of that, as we move to the deeper, as we move to the deep, we notice that the density of the material is increases into the mantle layer. Cleared everyone? Is it clear? Yes. So second layer of the earth is known as a mantle layer. This mantle is classified into the two parts, upper mantle and lower mantle layer. Okay, and this upper mantle layer, in this layer we have noticed that the magma chambers of volcanic eruptions are located, and also epicenters of earthquakes are located in this layer. Got it? And because of that, this layer is known as a asthenosphere. Understood, students? Then we have discussed that all the internal energy which is released in the form of the endogenetic movements, these movements are get generated from this layer, and this energy is reached on the surface of the earth in the form of slow earth movements and rapid earth movements. And in the slow earth movements, continent building movements and mountain building movements, and in the rapid earth movements, earthquakes and volcanoes. Got it? So this layer is responsible for the volcanic eruptions and for the earthquakes also. Understood? And also we have discussed that the depth of this layer is begins from the earth's surface at the around 42 kilometer. Okay, and at the depth of 2400 degrees Celsius to 2900 degrees Celsius. In this layer, temperature is located around 2200, sorry, at the depth of 2400 kilometer to 2900 kilometer. The temperature is located around 2200 degrees Celsius to 2500 degree Celsius, and this layer is made up by the viscous material, the material which in which there become the sudden change into the structure and density. And what is the reason behind that? The high temperature and high pressure is located in this layer. This reason is behind that. Okay, and also we have discussed that in the upper mantle layer the density is 4.5 gram per centimeter, and in the lower mantle layer density is 5.7 gram centimeter. Means as we move to the deep, we have noticed that the density of the material is increases. Okay, and what is the reason behind that? Again, same reason as in this layer, high temperature and high pressure is located. Because of that, as we move to the deep, as we move to the deep in the mantle layer, we have noticed that the density of the material is increases. Cleared everyone? So this is the second layer in the interior of earth. Got it? And it plays very important role, as from this layer the magma comes out on the surface of the earth in the form of the volcanic eruption, and because of that the magma, when it cools down, it different types of the landforms are also formed on the surface of the earth. In that the some plateaus are formed, some mountains are formed. Okay, so this is the very important for the formation of different types of the landforms on the surface of the earth. Then because of the volcanic eruption and the earthquake, it affects upon the human life and the property also. uh, because of the these types of the sudden movement, there become the loss of the human life and property. Got it? So this layer is a very important. The study of this layer is a very important, as we want to study about the means as we want to study about the volcano and earthquake. With the help of this material which comes from the volcanic eruption and the earthquake waves, the scientists that come to know about this layer, that the second layer of the earth is a mantle, and it plays very important role in the study of these sudden earth movements. Yeah, because sudden earth movements are get generated from this layer. Understood, students? Okay, so tell me that at what depth this layer is located. At what depth this layer is located, students? Hmm? Hmm? Yes, it is located at the depth of 2870 kilometer. Okay, very good. Why this layer is known as asthenosphere? Why this layer is known as asthenosphere? Hmm? Hmm? Yes, because the magma chambers and epicenters of earthquakes are located in this layer. Because of that, this layer is known as a asthenosphere, or that the all internal energy in the form of endogenetic movements are released from this layer. Because of that, this layer is known as a asthenosphere. Got it, everyone? Then why there become the sudden change into the material structure and the density of the material from this layer? Why it is? Yes, because in this layer high temperature and high pressure is located. Due to this, there become the sudden change into the materials structure and density. Got it? Then how much temperature is located in this layer? Yes, 2200 degrees Celsius to 2500 degree Celsius, 2500 degrees Celsius. That much temperature is located in this layer. Very good. Then tell me what is the density of the upper mantle layer? Hmm? Yes, 4.5 gram per centimeter. And how much density in the lower mantle layer? Yes, 5.7 gram per centimeter. Got it? Okay, so in this way, all of you understood that mantle layer and its characteristics.